Hi, welcome to GBAC's Trade Wars, Geopolitics, and Boardrooms video. This month, we want to focus on the trade wars that is impacting the planet, Global 500 chairmen, what should you be thinking about, how P&L will be affected, shareholder concerns with everything being disrupted, and we will also look at required boardroom referrals in your network. I'll talk about it at the end of the video. President Trump has been tweeting on social media and speaking publicly, has been traveling, meeting some of the allies in G7 meeting, and has been talking about the Canadian Prime Minister, one of our strongest allies, European Union as a foe recently, as an enemy against German Chancellor Angela Merkel, and Chinese Premier. And the list goes on, and now we're sitting at just today, the World Trade or China complained to the World Trade Organization about the tariffs being implemented, more than 200 billion. And this is just getting started. Boardrooms need to understand that. What does that mean? First of all, it's going to be increased boardroom work. Your board is going to be suffering a lot more hours into figuring this out. And your P&L is going to be affected under IFRS global accounting, revenue from contracts, how to recognize them. You have in your supply chains contracts already established, and your raw materials are going to be really more expensive. Your CFO and boardroom needs to figure these things out and really understand how to maneuver this. Merger and acquisitions are definitely going to be challenged. Just Qualcomm is an example. In China has been trying to get this approved for 2 years, and the deadline has reached, and the Chinese government is challenging it or holding on to it because of the trade war. Xiaomi, one of the biggest manufacturers of mobile phones in China, just premiered IPO in Hong Kong, and its CEO even said, this trade war is impacting their valuation. It was supposed to be 100 billion. Came out to be only 50 billion. That was just 2 days ago. And understand the nationalistic agenda, governments are going to be challenging US companies. S&P 500 growth is going to be slowed off, and it's going to eventually lead to layoffs. What else is going to occur? Short term versus long term. Boards need to focus on the long term versus short term. Growth is going to be declined. Revenue is definitely going to be hitting it. Stock prices will be affected. We haven't had a major correction. Financial crisis. I've been talking to within my network an economist. I agree with the thought that within the next 3 years we will have a financial crisis, much bigger, different than last year's. Shareholder buybacks will increase because we have to innovate somehow, and we have to give return to the shareholders. Long-term ESG, environmental concerns, sustainability is the focus for major corporations. But short-term versus long-term, you need to plan this out. My advice to boardrooms, this is going to be very fluid, very fast. Every day is a new tariff, millions, billions, and billions of dollars. And against every country, I don't think any country is exempt from the US trade war. That means translates to increased board work for you, more man hours, CEO compensation, as millennials are the largest workforce, and distinction between CEO compensation and the average worker is going to be forefront of companies that start laying off people. Contingent planning, scenario planning, working with your CFO. This is one of my recommendations. Boardroom referrals. My other recommendation is, and request from my network of Global 500 chairmen, is if you're looking for qualified, diverse candidates, please reach out to me. Let me know. I'd be happy to introduce you with friends and acquaintances. I have now over more than 30 countries, Dow, FTSE, DAX boards that would be very happy, and some of them are looking for positions, so I'd be happy to introduce you. Also, my mentor, who's a Dow 30 board member, she advised me that I should let people know that I'm open to board positions also. IFRS, financial P&L, and cyber security audit committee concerns. Please keep me in mind also within your network. And till next time, have a wonderful day, and may the innovation be with you.